I wish somebody would have just told me and been like, dude, do this, don't do that. There was a period where I was literally making like 20 cents a video. I just want to help some of you out because I know starting a channel can be really overwhelming. It's so privileged to be able to just sit and film videos for your career. Like, that's amazing. It's hard to force yourself to always be creative. It's hard to be on all the time. There's so much room out there for you to become a content creator. It doesn't matter how other people react to it. If you're genuinely passionate about it, then that's literally all that matters. Stop procrastinating to film that video. Stop procrastinating to start that YouTube channel. Stop procrastinating to edit the video that you've already filmed. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it in an hour. Don't do it after dinner when you feel like you're gonna feel like doing it, because you're not gonna feel like doing it then. So just do it now. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, I would imagine you're maybe considering starting a channel, or you have a channel and you're just wanting to get some more knowledge and some advice, or you just clicked on this video because you felt like it, and that's totally valid, and I say thank you for that. But I guess I'll just start off by saying, well, hi, my name is Aiden, if you've never seen me before. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 9 years old, roughly, which for reference, I'm currently 19 years old, and I turned 20 in August, so I've been making videos for a really long time. It is my favorite thing on this planet. I've loved making videos so much since the beginning when I was literally making videos when I was 9. It's always been my favorite thing on this planet. I've had so many different YouTube channels. I feel like I've lived so many different lives on the internet. I will be honest, I do kind of hesitate to make this video and kind of push back just a little bit because I feel like me giving advice on how to be an influencer and like be a content creator and make YouTube videos kind of seems a little weird because I'm not the most successful channel. I have 5,000 subscribers and I'm so incredibly grateful for that and the audience I have built up, but I do understand on like a surface level and from an outside perspective, I can imagine a lot of people might not be the most inclined to take my advice because, you know, it's like, what do you know? You're not that successful. I don't really measure success in terms of numbers, and I know that's really hard to do when it comes to social media because that's literally how you measure your success is how many numbers, how many likes, how many subscribers you have. Again, I'm so grateful for the audience I have and every single person that is subscribed to me. Like, thank you so much. You truly, like, you don't know how much that means to me, and this small community I have, I would literally take a bullet for it because I love making YouTube videos so much and I've been doing this for so long. But I personally I value so much of my success when it comes to my YouTube channel and how much knowledge I've gained over the years. And I personally do think that I have a really successful channel, even if it's on paper not really the most successful. I think there's so much success in me as a person and how much I've grown, and not numbers wise grown, but just how much I've grown as a person and how much I've grown in terms of confidence and things that I know and all this stuff. So this video isn't necessarily like how to grow your channel because I couldn't tell you, like, genuinely, I don't know. It's more so just I'm kind of making this video to give advice to people out there who are maybe a little hesitant to start a channel, and also just kind of touch on points that I really wish someone had told me when I was making videos. I wish somebody would have just told me and been like, dude, do this, don't do that. Obviously everybody's YouTube channel journey is going to be different and there's not really a blueprint to follow, which I often think is why making videos is so difficult, because you can be so skilled at this and have all the knowledge in the world, but then that doesn't exactly equal success. I think that's why this world is so weird and interesting, because you can't really learn how to do this. I mean, you can obviously, and obviously I'm going to give you guys my personal tips and tricks and things that I wish I knew and things I've learned along the way, but like, you can't go to school to be an influencer. You can't spend years learning how to become a YouTuber. You can spend years on how to technically grow in terms of marketing and filming and editing and stuff, but that doesn't even guarantee a successful channel or a career, which I think is very interesting. Sorry I make this intro kind of long, but I just kind of wanted to touch on all those points. I'm not trying to tell you how to grow. I'm just trying to give my, I don't know, expertise, I guess, because I've been doing this for so long, and I just want to help some of you out because I know starting a channel can be really overwhelming, and I want to hopefully ease some of those nerves or frustrations or maybe pushbacks that you're having. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a very rough outline that I'm kind of looking at my computer here. Just some of the talking points I want to make. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get better at actually promoting myself in my videos. So this is me doing that. Follow me on Instagram. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to say is going to be a harsh reality. It's going to be hard to hear because you're not going to want to hear it. It is the truth, and I'd rather tell you this now rather than you having to learn it kind of the hard way. The first thing I want to say is that you are not going to see success for a while. Now, obviously there are some oddball cases. There are, you know, winning the lottery type chances out there. You do post your first video and it literally blows up overnight. Not saying that that can't happen, but that probably won't happen because those are very rare occurrences. It has taken me so long long to grow, and it takes you a really long time to grow. Obviously, everybody's gonna have their own journey, and you're gonna have your own experience, and maybe you will grow really fast. I just want to say that it's more common than not that your success and the views and the likes are not gonna come for a very long time. And you can't let that discourage you. I'm gonna touch more on that later, but just know you're not doing something wrong necessarily by not seeing results immediately. Or even if you've had a channel for years and you're still not seeing results, it's not necessarily anything to do with you. The thing that's kind of weird about doing YouTube is the quality of your content doesn't necessarily reflect how your video does or how it gets pushed. There are so many great videos out there that I've watched that literally have like such a little amount of views, and there are other videos out there that have millions of views, and I'm like, why did this get so many views? I don't understand. So you can't take it personal, and it doesn't have anything to do with you necessarily, or your content, or the quality of your content, or how skilled you are at your craft. So just keep that in mind. The next thing I want to say is that not only will you probably not see real results and real success for a while, but you're not going to see money for even longer. Especially when it comes to YouTube, the money does not come for such a long time. I feel like people have this idea that every YouTuber makes like a shit ton of money, and that's true. A lot of YouTubers do make a lot of money. To actually get to that point takes so long, and most people will never reach that point. So let me just say that. Now, that's not to discourage you or to say that you can't make a career out of this, or that you're going to make no money and that you won't be able to financially support yourself to do this for a long term and for a living. I'm not saying that, but the money, like, it does not come for the longest time. I got monetized on YouTube back in 2022, like December of 2022, so almost 2023. Obviously, it's been like 2 years since, and I've literally only gotten, I think, 2 or 3 paychecks from YouTube since then, and they've all been like $101. I will say, because I have been posting so much more this year, I'm making not a lot more money, but I'm making like a significantly more amount of money than I was before. So that's cool. Yeah, it's not easy. Just to give you guys like a little bit of a reference, a video that I posted that got about like 10,000 views literally made me like $17. That's not to say that I'm not grateful for that, like, don't get that twisted, but that's just to show like the money does not come for a long time, and when it does finally come, it's not gonna be very much. There was a period where I was literally making like 20 cents a video like a couple years ago, and that's probably gonna be you for a while, and you can't let that discourage you. The other thing in terms of money that I do want to talk about is that every YouTuber will say, and I do agree with this to an extent, is don't do this for the money. And I agree with the sentiment, but I also don't think there's any issue with like letting money be a motivator for you. I'm so passionate about YouTube and I love it so much, and I'm not doing this for the money, but I will say the idea that I can eventually at some point be making enough money from doing this to the point where I can financially support myself and this can become my full-time job, that is a big motivator for me, and it's something that really encourages me, and it pushes me even further out of those times where I am in ruts to get out of it, because I know that this is what I want to do long term and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. That's encouraging to me, and I think having money be an encouragement is, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're solely like only wanting to make videos because you want to make money, then you can try, but genuinely, like, I don't even think you will get to the point where you get monetized if that's your goal, because it takes so long just to even get monetized, and then when you do get monetized, it's very common that you're only going to be making like 20-30 cents a video for the first couple years. Like, that's very common. Obviously, again, there are oddball cases where people blow up and they immediately make a bunch of money, but that's not really a reality, and it's not super realistic for most people. Keep that in mind. Money can be a motivator, but it can't be the sole purpose of why you're actually doing this, because I don't think you'll survive. And kind of tying into that, the last reality point that I want to make is that yes, this is in fact very hard work. Now, bear with me, it is not manual labor. Doing content creating and being an influencer, obviously it's not my like it kind of is my full-time job right now, because I'm not like actually working, like I don't have an actual job right now, I'm just doing this, so like it kind of is my job right now. This is such a privilege to be able to do this, and any influencer that tells you that this isn't one of the best jobs out there and everything, like, they're lying. This is one of the best jobs out there. It's so amazing, it's so creatively fulfilling, it's so privileged to be able to just sit and film videos for your career. Like, that's amazing, but that doesn't mean that it's not hard work, because it is. It's a lot of work. It's really hard. A lot of it is hard too, because it's kind of hard to turn this job off, in the sense of like, it's hard to distinguish, am I on social media right now because I want to aimlessly scroll and doom scroll and get my mind off of stuff, or am I on social media because I'm trying to plan out what I want to post next? That's just like a baseline, a way to explain it. It goes way deeper than that, but I just want to say this stuff is hard. Honestly, any job that has to do with you being creative obviously is such a privilege, and it's really cool to be able to share your creative side and get to do what you want in that sense. But it is hard. It's hard to force yourself to always be creative. It's hard to be on all the time. It's hard to always come up with concepts. It's hard to, as stupid as this might sound, like it's hard to stare at yourself for that long. Like I don't think our brain is wired to be staring at ourselves as much as you do, especially when you're like a content creator, to always be looking at yourself all of the time. I don't think our brains are wired for that. It's a very mentally taxing job to be able to put yourself out there and then get responses from people that a lot of the time aren't the nicest. So again, it's not manual labor. We're not out here, you know, like being doctors or building houses, but it is still hard work. It's gonna take a lot of hard work for you to actually turn this into a job or to actually become an influencer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, it's kind of a hard line to cross because a lot of people think this job is like the easiest thing in the world. Like anybody can do it, and anybody can do it, but not everybody has the motivation to do it because they don't realize actually how much work goes into it. A lot of people think it's just filming and editing and posting, and that's like just scratching the surface of what it takes to be able to do this. So those are the, I'm looking at my computer, those are the harsh reality points that I want to make just to kind of ease our way into this video. And then the rest of this video, I'm just going to share some of the tips that I have for you guys and things that I've learned along the way over my like literally 10 years of making videos. So let's get into those. Okay, so the first thing I have listed as a tip is that right now is literally the best time to try to become a content creator. I think a lot of people can get discouraged because it is so saturated and it feels like everybody's a fucking content creator nowadays. But that's why it's like this is the best time to do it. Literally every single person is on social media right now, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your boyfriend, your grandma, your aunt, your uncle. Everybody is on social media right now. And so because of that, there's so much room out there for you to become a content creator. I promise you, I don't care how niche you think like the type of content that you want to make is, I promise you there's an audience out there that wants to watch that type of content. Even if it's something so fucking niche that you're like, there's no, like, I don't, like literally if your passion is you want to make YouTube videos reviewing candles and you don't think that there's like a community out there of people that want to watch you review candles, I promise you there is. I promise you there is thousands and thousands of people out there that are literally looking for a YouTuber that is reviewing candles. I promise you. Because like I was saying, everybody's on social media nowadays. That means there's a lot of different interests and there's a lot of different people that are looking for different things. I say that because I think a lot of people can get discouraged where they're like, well, I don't know, like I don't think anybody's gonna watch me. I promise you there are people out there that want to watch you, even if you don't believe so. I promise you there's people out there that want to watch you, even if you don't believe so yourself. I also say that because there is so much conversation online that I've seen of people saying like being an influencer is so oversaturated, like I don't think I can fit in, there's just too many content creators nowadays. But that should be encouraging for you because there's so many content creators that you can fit in. You can sneak your way in there too. Like think of your favorite content creators and the type of content that they post. Do you think you can do that? Genuinely, like do you think you can do that? Now I'm not saying this to try to insinuate that your favorite content creator doesn't do hard work and what they do is really easy, but I'm saying this to add on to my point of you can literally like, you can do anything. You can review your candles, you can review phone cases, you can read books and talk about them, you can do commentary, you can do music reactions, you can do, I literally filmed earlier today, I filmed a video where I literally fucking spent $300 at Bath & Body Works and I did a haul because I figured, you know what, maybe there's someone out there that wants to see what I bought from Bath & Body Works. To be determined if that video actually does well, but I wanted to film it, and I'm sure there's a Bath & Body Works community out there that hopefully finds my channel and they see that video and they are really excited about it and they're really excited to see all the fucking lotions and sprays that I got. Like I promise you, whatever it is that piques your interest or that you're passionate about, there's a community out there for you. And to kind of further add on to that point, when it comes to actually making your content, don't try so hard to find your community, because as long as you're consistently posting content, your community is going to find you in no time, and you're not going to need to put in all this extra effort into finding your community and commenting on other people's posts and begging them to come over to your channel and subscribe to you and watch your videos. Because if you're consistently posting, your community of people that genuinely love you and want to watch you, they'll come to you. You don't need to find them. You don't need to bend over backwards to try to get those people to watch you, if that makes any sense. So that's the first point I want to make. I made like several points in that, but the general statement of what I was trying to say is that right now is the best time to do it. Don't be discouraged because it looks like it's oversaturated, because it kind of is oversaturated, but it's way more oversaturated by the actual use of people using social media and watching content versus people actually creating it. Okay, the next tip I have, and this is kind of just like a general statement, you have to just stop caring. I know this is easier said than done, but you have to just stop caring what other people think. I've had so many people, honestly in my personal life too, that want to make videos, but they're so embarrassed and they don't want people from school to see it, or they don't want their family to see, or they don't want this guy that they're crushing on to see. You have to throw all that out the window, because another point I have on my talking points, everything you do is cringy. Absolutely everything you do is cringy. There's no point in trying not to be cringe, and this is just kind of like a general life sentiment, but you can try to do whatever you want in your life right now and really take each each and every step delicately to try to not be cringy right now in your life, but I promise you're gonna look back at your life in 2-3 years. Even as hard as you try not to be cringy, I promise you're gonna look back and think you're cringy. I don't know what it is, and I'm saying this because I've fallen into this too, but I don't know what it is nowadays that everybody's like so afraid to be cringy, and it just has such a negative connotation to it that like, oh, you're so cringy, and it's like, okay, I think I'm cool. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are watching this video right now who think I'm cringy, or they look at my channel and they're like, what the f is this almost 20-year-old boy doing sitting in this fucking Taylor Swift museum looking room with this Snoopy blanket, like this 20 years old, what the f is he doing? And I don't care. I don't care if you think it's cringy, because it makes me happy, and I've never been so happy and so confident, and my skin has never glowed so much in my life. So f you, first of all. Second of all, just don't care. Like, literally, it does not matter. I guess it's hard for me to kind of, I've talked about this before in other videos, but it's kind of hard for me to put myself in the shoes of kids from school watching my videos, because I literally had no f***ing friends in school, and like nobody knew who I was, so that wasn't really something I had to struggle with. But even if kids at school did watch my videos, I don't think I really would have cared all that much, because I was so passionate about making videos that even if somebody was making unnecessary or rude comments, I don't want to say it wouldn't have affected me, but I don't really care. But I mean, even now, like being an adult, I have plenty of family members who think what I'm doing is so f***ing stupid, and the fact that I don't have a job right now and I'm only making videos, they think that's so stupid. I don't know if I'm feeling just extra motivational lately, because I'm literally reading this book called The Let Them Theory. Great book, by the way. I'm only like 70 pages into it, but it's already literally been changing my life. And the premise of that book is just to live your life by saying let them in any way, whether it's your family makes a passive aggressive comment towards you and it really affects you, let them make that comment. Let the kids from school who are fucking assholes and bullies say things about your channel, let them. It doesn't matter how other people react to it. If you're genuinely passionate about it, then that's literally all that matters. If you genuinely are passionate about it, in the future when you are successful and have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of views, you're not going to care that the kids back in 6th grade were making fun of your YouTube channel. I promise you're not going to care, and you're going to be glad that you continued doing it, or that you started in the first place and didn't let those little pricks get to you. Again, I do understand that it's hard to not care what other people say. I still sometimes am like, I get a little nervous when I post videos, and I'm like, oh god, if my family watches this is gonna be like a little embarrassing. But I just have to be like, I don't care. Honestly, literally, like, girl, let them think it's stupid, let them think it's dumb, let them think it's a waste of time. I don't care, because I know that this is what I want to do, and I love doing this, and it brings me so much joy, and I think I'm pretty good at what I do, and I think I make good videos, and I've been passionate about this for so long that there's not really like a doubt in my head that this isn't what I'm meant to do. I don't know when personally like I'm gonna take off and my channel's gonna take off, but I know it's gonna happen at some point, because I know this is what I'm meant to do. And I think if you have a similar mentality, not that you need to have been making videos for so many years like me, but if you truly in your heart of hearts feel passionate about making videos, then again, just let them say whatever. The next tip I have listed on my very professional list of tips I have on my computer here is really just to work with what you have. I think there's this expectation that, you know, I can't start a YouTube channel because I don't have a camera. Do you have a phone? I'm sure you have a phone. I was literally making videos on my phone. I don't know what, I've been making videos for 10 years. I think 7 or 8 out of those 10 years, I was filming on my phone. Honestly, those videos were kind of great. I kind of killed it, honestly. Like, fully filmed on my phone, fully edited on my phone. And especially nowadays, it's like, obviously I'm talking about YouTube, and that's kind of the main topic that I'm kind of talking about now. But obviously TikTok is like huge, and that's how a lot of creators are really growing right now. And what do you think all those TikTokers are using? They're not using a DSLR camera, I'll tell you that right now. They're literally just using their phone, and they're making millions of dollars. All you need is your phone. Obviously I'm using a camera right now, and that's just personally because I've been making videos for so many years. I personally just wanted to upgrade and make my videos the best possible quality that I can. Obviously I'm using a mic, totally not necessary. My camera has a perfectly built-in mic. I just personally like to be holding something. It's good for my ADHD, so I'm not like, all you need is your phone and iMovie, which is a free editing app if you have an iPhone. And if you don't have an iPhone, then I'm sure there's another editing app out there for you. CapCut, that's free. You can literally, that's all you need. Literally all you need. A phone and CapCut and a dream. I don't want to hear anybody saying, well, I can't start making videos because I don't have a camera. Try again. Give me another excuse because that's not working with me. To kind of piggyback off of what I was talking about with, you know, making excuses for not having the best equipment, there's never going to be a right time to start a YouTube channel. There's never going to be a moment. You're not going to wake up one random day and you're going to think, today's the day. I'm gonna do it today. I've seen a lot of people just say they don't feel like the time is right, or, you know, I feel like I can't start a channel right now, like it doesn't feel right. I need to start it when it actually like feels right. Even the same with like filming videos, not even just like starting off your channel and making the actual channel. But honestly, now that I'm like saying that, I think this is more common when it comes to actually like sitting down to film a video. There's never gonna be a right time to film it. You're never gonna fully 110% be like, unless there's, you know, obviously there's some cases that are maybe an exception, but for the most part, like you're never gonna be fully like, yes, I need to film a video right now. yes, I need to sit down and film this. There's never a right time to do it. You really just have to push yourself and say, my brain needs to shut the fuck up right now. I'm gonna finally film this video. I'm gonna finally start this YouTube channel, and you just need to fucking do it. You need to fucking do it. And if you need me to say it, well, here's me saying it. You need to fucking do it. Stop waiting around. Stop procrastinating to film that video. Stop procrastinating to start that YouTube channel. Stop procrastinating to edit the video that you've already filmed. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it in an hour. Don't do it after dinner when you feel like you're gonna feel like doing it. You're not gonna feel like doing it then. So just do it now. Capiche? Cool. Another tip that I just recently have actually been starting to learn, which is crazy that it's taken me 10 years to learn this. Again, this is kind of just like an in general life thing, but perfectionism really is the thief of creativity. I used to think that if my videos were absolutely perfect and the editing was perfect and the camera angles were perfect and the lighting was perfect, and if I spent a week editing the video to make it as perfect as I could, that when I posted that video, it would make it do better. And the reality is that literally is not how that works. I will say it is hard for me personally just because I am such a perfectionist with literally everything I do, not just obviously making my videos is like a big part of it, but I am a very big perfectionist. But you have to just let that go. And again, I know that's easier said than done, especially for me. Like, me saying I need to let perfectionism go is kind of crazy because I still kind of struggle with it. But I used to spend so long even just making like an intro. I don't mean like a sit down intro, I mean like a graphic intro for my videos. And that would take me so long because I was like, no, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be exactly what I'm envisioning in my head. There's nothing wrong with like perfecting your craft and making it the best that you can do. It's never going to be perfect. And I say that because all those videos that I spent literally a week trying to make as perfect as I could, I look back and I'm like, this is so far off from being like a perfect video. And I spent so much time and energy on that one video or that one point in my video to make it as perfect as I could. And it's not perfect. I could have been using that time and energy to make a different video or another video or edit a different part. Like, it's literally never going to be perfect. Don't waste your time and energy trying to make a perfect intro or a perfect whatever. Instead, just use that energy into creating, because the thing with, especially like when you're first starting off, you just got to make a lot of content. And I would rather, at least I would advise you to use that motivation that you have for making content instead of trying to perfect that one little point in your video. Use that energy into posting 2 or 3 other videos. Nobody is going to pick up on the perfectionism except for yourself. So why would you waste your time? You know what I mean? But that's just me. Additionally, to add on to this video, another thing I have listed is that comparison will ruin your life. Again, I know this is easier said than done. You cannot compare yourself to other content creators or people who make similar content to you or people who maybe have similar following to you. You can't compare yourself to them. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. And it will make you miserable. This is something that I've struggled with a lot, and I've just recently, literally like within the past couple months, I've been literally kind of getting over it. Not getting over it necessarily, but I've been more so just like, who cares? I used to get so mad at myself because more than anything, I wanted to be like an Emma Chamberlain in the sense of like, I just wanted to be like a teenager that blew up and like my entire life changed overnight. I mean, that would have been sick, but like Emma Chamberlain was a 1 in a million chance, and she just happened to be the girl. I'm not saying that to be like she has no talent or didn't deserve to happen to her, because I love Emma Chamberlain, one of my biggest inspirations, but I just wanted to be her so bad. And it's not even necessarily that I wanted to be her. I just wanted the career and the path and all the success that she had. And I would get so mad at myself and compare myself to her, which is so crazy because it's like, why, what? And I would also find myself comparing myself to channels that we had very similar followings, or we had not similar followings necessarily, but like we had the same amount of followers. And so if I posted a video the same day that that other person did, or even if I posted like the same video to somebody else and I saw that their videos were doing way better than mine, I would take it so personally. What the f is wrong with you? Why is your video flopping? Their videos are doing better than yours. You genuinely cannot do that. And again, I know it's easier said than done, but it's also like with social media, everything is so different. Your algorithm is so different than the person that you're trying to compare yourself to's algorithm. Some videos just get picked up on the algorithm. Some videos don't. It doesn't really have anything to do with you necessarily. I think a lot of YouTube is obviously, you know, quality work and putting in the time and the effort and the energy, but there is a part of YouTube that is just luck. And some people just are a little more lucky than others. If you're letting yourself get so worked up over that, well, first of all, this is a never-ending thing that's going to happen. I think some people have the mentality that they're only comparing themselves to others because they're first starting off, but it's like that's never going to go away, especially if that's a pattern of behavior that you're continuing. It's not going to matter even if you have 1 million subscribers in the future. You're still going to be comparing yourself to other people. You're just going to be comparing yourself to other people that also have 1 million followers rather than a couple years ago when you were comparing yourself to people who had 4,000 subscribers. It's a never-ending cycle, and I'm telling you now to like stop it because it's not gonna just disappear when you start seeing success. It's just going to evolve with your success, and then it's going to become even harder to try to top those. They're not even goals. It's just like a poor mentality you have. It's just going to get harder and harder. It's really going to affect your creative process, and it's going to be a nightmare, and it's going to suck, and it's going to make you feel so discouraged, and then you're not going to want to make videos anymore, because then you're going to have the mentality, well, I'm not growing, and this other person is growing, and I don't know why this other person is growing and I'm not, because I think my videos are just as good as theirs, and I put my time and my heart and my soul, and I lost sleep over making this video, and it didn't do well. You can't have that mentality. Genuinely, it's not good for you, and that's not the type of mentality that's gonna lead to a long-term career in video making. Speaking of long-term careers, something I wanted to say, just my little 2 cents. Going viral does not equal you having a career. You hear that? I used to crave so badly just having one video. I just wanted one of my videos to hit the algorithm in a way that none of my other videos had, and have that video just get hundreds and thousands of views, maybe even millions, and for that to be that one video that I had that really did well. That would be nice, sure. You'd get a lot of views, you'd get a lot of followers, you'd maybe even get a nice little paycheck, but that doesn't mean there's a long-term career there. And a lot of the times, going viral actually one of the worst things that can happen for you as a content creator, because here's what's going to happen when you go viral. Now, I'm not saying this to discourage you from wanting to go viral, or saying that if you are going viral, then this is like the death of your career, because that's not what I'm saying. Going viral is good in some ways. A lot of the time what's going to happen, actually, let me preface by saying, a lot of people go into making specific videos thinking this video is going to do really well, or they intentionally only make videos because they think it could go viral. I think that's a mistake that a lot of content creators make in the beginning of their career, is they just want to blow up so fast immediately, so they just do whatever they can to go viral. The problem with that is that the way to go viral is to always be changing your content and to really figuring out like what's viral right now, because typically speaking, something that's going to make you go viral right now probably wouldn't have made you go viral a couple months ago, and it's also probably not going to make you go viral in the preceding couple months. A lot of the times people who go viral end up having one video that blows up, and then they can never find themselves posting another video that matches that type of success, and then that just puts you in a cycle of comparison that isn't with other people necessarily, but it's with yourself, and you're only comparing yourself to that one viral video that for some reason you posted and happened to blow up, and for some reason ever since then you can't even get a video that even gets half of that amount of views. That's just my 2 cents on that, and that's personally, like, obviously going viral could be a good thing, and it could be like the kickstart for your career, and it could be like the first building block into building a big career, but I just don't want people to like really focus on that and trying to make videos that they're only making because they think it could go viral, because there's no long-term career there, you know what I mean? Okay, the last 2 points that I have for this video, they kind of go hand in hand, but they're a little bit different. The first thing I have, well, this is actually something that I feel like every other YouTuber has said otherwise, but from my personal experience, I've just found that this isn't always the case. Just because you like watching specific content doesn't mean that that's the content you should be making. The amount of videos that I've watched of people saying, just make content that you like watching, to an extent that I do actually agree with that, and I don't think that that's like bad advice necessarily, but there's also nothing wrong with like realizing the type of content that you like watching isn't necessarily the type of content that you want to be creating. I learned that kind of the hard way. For example, I really love watching music commentary and music reaction. I love watching people react to albums, and like Taylor Swift, for example, is, I don't know if you notice, I'm kind of a fan, but I just love watching people's reactions to albums and songs and hearing their critical but also like thoughtful commentary on music and albums and artists and stuff. And so for the longest time, I thought, you know what, maybe I should do that. I love watching reaction videos, so maybe I should create one. And I did for a couple years. This was like back in 2021, and even 2020, I was like making a lot of reaction videos, and I quickly over time realized that that's not my bag. And the reason for that is because this might be kind of weird to say. You would think being like a content creator, this is like not the ideal thing, and honestly, maybe it's not. I don't really have a very outgoing personality. I don't have the type of personality that when I sit down to film a reaction to an album, I'm not gonna sit here and be listening to the album and being like, it's not me, it's never been me, I don't think it'll ever be me. And I used to think that was something wrong with me, because I'd be like, why can't you just film a reaction video that's interesting and is something that other people would want to watch? You love watching reaction videos, so why can't you film a reaction video yourself? And I just don't have that type of personality. Obviously, I'm speaking for myself here, but I think that it's so common and okay to think that there's a certain type of content that you want to make because you like watching it, but it doesn't always translate when you're the actual person filming that content, if that makes any sense. I still to this day get a lot of people asking me to like film reaction videos and react to this album, react to this, react to that. I always kind of have to push back and be like, not really my thing. When I listen to an album or a song for the first time, my ideal situation to be doing that is literally just me sitting in my bed in the pitch black with my headphones on and me closing my eyes and really dissecting the song and the lyrics and the story that the artist is trying to tell. That's my ideal situation. It's not for me to sit in front of a camera and try to give you the most viral, crazy, ha 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 reaction. Like, that's not my thing. But again, that's just me. And again, I'm also not advising for you to not make content that you enjoy watching. Pretty much all the videos that I film and post now now, like if somebody else were to film and post them, I would watch them. It's not that I think posting content that you enjoy watching is bad advice, but I just want to say, like, it's okay if you realize that that type of content is not for you. Don't try to force yourself to make that type of content if it's not coming naturally to you, because people will also pick up on that and they'll realize like this doesn't seem natural for you, or it seems a little off. So just keep that in mind. And then the last thing I want to say, it kind of ties into what I was just talking about. Trial and error is okay. It is okay to try different video styles. It's okay to try different genres and different niches. Like I said very early on in this video, I feel like I've lived so many lives on the internet. If there's a video concept out there, I feel like I've done it. I've filmed challenges, I've filmed vlogs, I've filmed skits, I've filmed cinematic videos, I've filmed hauls, I've filmed tips and tricks videos, I've filmed how-to videos, gaming videos. I've really done it all. Because of that, and now where I am in my life, I do feel very confident and like strong in what I'm doing, because I know, because I've tried so many things and lived so many different lives, I feel very confident in the fact that the content I'm making right now is exactly what I've kind of always wanted to be making, because I've tried everything. Not everything, and I'm, you know, not trying to box myself in and say I'll never try doing other things, because I'm open, you know. I just want to say that trial and error is totally okay. Honestly, the best piece of advice I have people who are like first starting off a channel is literally to just film and edit any type of video that you can think and see what you like. Film a gaming video, film a cooking video, do a vlog, see what feels the most comfortable to you, and then when you find that specific type of video that feels the most comfortable, really learn the craft to that type of video making, and I think you're golden. So that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. I hope this was informational or helpful to anybody. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be like how to grow your channel and get millions of subscribers overnight, because I don't know how to do that. I just wish I had a video like this when I was making videos, because it's hard. It really is hard. And again, it's not manual labor. It's not the hardest job in the world. It is hard and it's taxing and it's mentally, it takes a lot, and that's totally okay. And I want to recognize that. But also, like, this is supposed to be fun, and if you're not at the end of the day like having fun with doing this and having fun with creating videos and the full process of filming and editing and posting and creating a community, then maybe this isn't for you. And if it's not for you, then that's totally okay. You have a different path in life, and I'm proud of you for trying to, you know, make videos and content create, but this isn't for everybody. But I also want to encourage people who maybe don't think that this is for them to maybe try it out, see what can happen, because you never know. You never know. You could post a video tomorrow and it could blow up and you could become the top creator and get millions of followers and millions of dollars. You never know. I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I'll let you go now, but I love you so much. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I've been posting a lot lately. I'm kind of actually in my like trial and error era right now. I'm just like really grinding and really hustling right now. I don't know. I really believe in myself and my channel right now, and I'm really confident that I can do this right now, and I'm very confident in the fact that like this is what I meant to do. I'm just having fun with it. I hope you enjoyed watching. I don't know. Love you so much, and I will see you very soon with another video. Love you. Bye.